Alrighty, so that's us checking out. We are getting pallets. We're gonna take them to Dallas, so it's about 15 minutes from here. But my appointment was 5 a.m. and they normally take about 2 hours. Today they only took 1 hour. Surprised. 2 hours is like the minimum. The only thing about these though is you're not going very far, so I guess they pay well. You're just trading time for money, which if I'm not burning fuel, I'm okay with that. So let me get strapped up in the dark, and then we'll go see Mr. Borden over there. I'll check back in a second.
Find the one, you should never give her up.
Okay guys, we got unloaded with the pallets. That was Dallas to Dallas, and that paid $3.50. As you saw, the drive is only like 15 minutes. Probably a couple minutes longer. I didn't see the exact time because of the traffic, but it's just right down the road. So we drove about 45 minutes over here to Mansfield. Gonna pick up some rebar, and we are gonna take that to Forney. I have to wait on this white truck, as you can see up there. See him parked sideways. He's getting unloaded by the crane, and we're gonna get loaded by the crane. So I have to wait for him to pull out, and then we'll back in, get loaded, and get strapped down. I'll get back with you once we're strapping up. Okay, I forgot the video whenever I was loaded, but I did strap up, and I made it here to Forney. So this one pays $3.75, which is probably about a 50-minute drive. It took me about an hour and a half to get it loaded. So, yeah, this is actually where my life changed right here. This is the church I started going to. It's in Forney. But yeah, we have the rebar gonna get unloaded. The first load I did was $3.50. This one's $3.75. Then I'm gonna go preload hardy board going to Hutto. Hardy board is in Waxahachie, and then it goes to Hutto, which is north of Austin. So the only problem I have here is I made sure this broker, every time you get rebar, you always ask them how they're gonna unload it. And I asked them, because if they slide it off, it's gonna mess up my whole rub rail. But they said they were gonna load it with the SkyTrack, unload it with the SkyTrack. As you can see, they're not. So let's see how they unload it. Damn, these guys are unprepared. It's the only tractor they got here too. It's a little skid steer. All right, hang on one second. Man, I'm getting that rebar unloaded was a little scary. I turned the phone off so I can watch them and make sure they weren't tearing up my rub rails. But I think he saw me video and he's like, "Oh man, I better be careful." But they speak Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, only English. So I don't know what they were saying. They don't know what I was saying. But anyways, they didn't tear anything up, which is a good thing. That's what I was worried about at that rebar. You know, they'll just slide it down your trailer and just tear the whole rub rail up. But anyways, I left there and drove about 30 minutes, and here I am at James Hardy in Waxahachie. So So like I said, I'm picking this up going to Hutto, which is north of Austin, for $6.50. So I'll go over at the end of the week what I made for the whole week. I'm writing it down so you can see what I'm making every week. I'll do that from now on. But I've normally been getting this, you know, these Waxahachie loads from a different broker for about $500 and $550. So $650 is even better. This is a different broker. It seems like they don't have them as often. Now I see why. But yeah, I can't complain, really. Take it when I can. So now I just got to find a load coming back. That's hard to do. You know, I forgot to tell you guys, I saw those videos where, you know, I had my phone and it was facing me while I'm driving. And oh man, I'm not doing that again, you know. I just want to let everybody know I am on a diet. You can see all my fat truck driver belly just sitting on my lap. And my big old man titties. Truck driver man titties. So I'm on a diet now because of that video. Just because of you guys. So I'm not blaming you. I'm thanking you. Because I need to lose weight, you know. Don't we all? Don't we all need to get a little healthy? So yeah. Don't be looking for those videos anytime soon. See my whole belly just hang out like that, just sitting on my lap. Nasty, right? All right, well, I'm keep waiting in this line, creep up here, get strapped up and tarped up, and I'll end the video with me pulling in the yard. So y'all can see kind of what it looks like during the daylight. My new yard, my new free yard, since I got kicked out. But see you in a second. Man. So last time I was here, I told you guys, I'm at James Harding Waxahachie. I told you guys, I always get this one guy that always seems like he's having a bad day. He complained about me not tarping a load that was returned, you know, but it was already, plastic was messed up anyways. So anyways, here, JB Hunt has priority. So if they come in, they can skip the line. But it's a single file line, right? So we're waiting. And all they do is when a truck is gets loaded and pulls off, they like flash their lights on their forklift. You can't see them, you just see the lights flashing, right? But where you're at the stop sign, you have to look to your left to make sure forklifts aren't coming out of the warehouse so you don't T-bone them. So a truck leaves, he flashes his lights, and I see a forklift about to come. I'm all right, well, I'm letting him go. And then another forklift starts coming, but he stops as I'm already rolling, so I keep going. And this guy, I finally get close enough, he's throwing up his hands like, what? And I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? And I look at my mirror, and a JB Hunt guy is trying to, you know, pass me up. I didn't see him because he passes me on my right side, but I'm looking over this way to make sure I'm not hitting these forklifts flying out of the warehouse. But I'm already halfway here, and trucks are behind me pulling up. You know, we're all in a single file line, so it's not like I can back up. So I just keep going. I'm like, I throw my hands up too. I'm like, well, what the fuck you want me to do? You know, you just flicker the lights. How am I supposed to know who you're flickering them at? So anyways, I give him my paperwork, and just like always, he has a fucking attitude. He's like, that's not the second time you do it. It's second time you do that shit. I'm like, what? I've never done this. I've never cut somebody off or whatever. I mean, I don't come here that often, you know, but apparently he just recognizes me every time. I don't know. Man, this fucking guy, I swear. I get this guy every time. There's like 2 loaders, you know, they loaded 2 spots. For some reason, it's like 99% of the time I get this guy and he's upset about something. I don't know what. Good Lord. That's him right there. That's the guy. Let me zoom in. Always has an attitude. Watch out for this guy. Well, you probably can't see him. All right, guys, I made it back to the yard. Sorry about that. I was gonna film it, but on the way here, when I was exiting, my blinkers weren't working, my turn signals. So I was like, what the fuck? So I'm rolling. As I'm rolling, I'm turning on my lights, make sure my lights work. So yeah, my blinkers weren't working. So that's what I was thinking about. And I pulled in here. Looks like a junkyard. There is a junkyard way back there. The people can walk over here. That's why it makes me nervous parking here. Anyways, so I had that on my mind about the blinkers. I got here Had to check everything. I just blew a fuse, so sorry about that. I kind of lied to you guys. I'm always lying to you guys. I do apologize. But we will end the video here, and let's pick up tomorrow. I'll meet you guys in Hutto, Texas.